card, man. It's that game that you play, but you don't want to say that it's every day. But don't worry, cause you don't have to think. And don't worry, cause I won't suggest bring. But it's time for a change, cause if not it's the same. Your collection is lame and it's destroying your game. But don't worry, cause I got the fix. And don't worry, cause this ain't a trick. Good games cheap, that's your only choice. And good games cheap via from my voice. So sit down and plug in. Wally gonna show you how to win. So sit down and plug in, cause Wally gonna show you how to win.
Hello and welcome to Waste Not with Wally, Episode 2. Last week we took a look at War Inc. Battlezone, a high-end free-to-play FPS. While many of you enjoyed this title, there were others out there that were unable to play it due to the fact that this title required a high-end PC. Looking back on this, I immediately see the ironic folly of this decision. I decided to kick off my budget weekly special with a title that requires an expensive piece of gaming hardware. Fear not though, fellow gamers, this show is all about variety. That is why this week I set our sights on the interesting console title available both for the Xbox 360 and PS3, Brutal Legend. However, before we get into the specifics of this game, it is important to understand how I went about obtaining this title at a quality price. Due to the fact that last week's choice catered to such an exclusive club, the PC Gamer, I decided to make this week's episode dedicated to the masses. Thus, with that sentiment in mind, I braved my local GameStop in search for bargains. GameStop may not be the most ideal choice for gaming bargains, however, it does provide consumers with a level of convenience that is difficult to match. Not to mention that some of you may not have access to credit cards, which means web stores would most likely be inaccessible. While it is possible to find good deals at GameStop, it is of the utmost importance that you follow the golden rule. Never buy new what you can get used. When it comes to buying new games used, often it does not make a big difference. However, with discount titles, used versions can save you as much as 50%. The question remains, however, how do we find these elusive titles? Well, before making a purchase, pretty much of any kind, I always recommend research. So before you head to your local GameStop, head to GameStop.com. There you can check the availability of the title and can find the nearest store that contains the product you're looking for. Finally, I want to mention GameStop Power-Up Card. For a yearly membership of $15, you will receive 10% off all pre-owned games and accessories. If you find yourself making good use of your local GameStop, I would highly recommend this purchase as you will certainly make your money back by year's end. Every year there are amazing titles that make each gamer curse his or her monetary restraints. The most heart-wrenching of these games are new titles that you root for and lust after, but never feel that you can quite take the risk of purchasing them at full price. Last month there was the narrative-driven title Catherine, while in October 2009 I was tempted by Tim Schafer's creation Brutal Legend. Brutal Legend, a title developed by Double Fine and produced by Electronic Arts, is the interesting mashup of action-adventure, real-time strategy, and of course metal. Being that I would not categorize myself as a metal fan, I was skeptical that a title that paid homage to the metal gods of rock would appeal to my sensibilities. Well, I'm happy to say that Brutal Legend did not only meet my expectations, but far surpassed them. The story begins with Eddie Riggs, who is masterfully voiced by Jack Black, the world's greatest roadie. While performing his roadie duties for a god-awful tween pop band, Eddie meets his untimely death. Instead of being banished to the fiery pits of hell, Eddie instead finds himself transported to another time dimension where rock is reality. Upon further exploration of this land of metal, you come to find that things are not as grand as they seem. The land and its people have fallen prey to a ravenous scourge of demons. Being the world's greatest roadie, you take it upon yourself to help the human resistance band, see what I did there? Together to confront these evil forces. While at first glance the story appears to be rather two-dimensional, as you progress through the game, layers are continuously revealed that shed light on how interesting the characters and the surrounding world truly is. The gameplay, much like the story, slowly ripens to reveal its true form to the player. At first, this game appears to be nothing more than your run-of-the-mill action-adventure button masher, but soon you find that this couldn't be further from the truth. One of the most admirable features of this game is its pacing. Throughout the entire first quarter of the game, new features and playstyles are being added to reach the end result that is this action-adventure RTS death race mashup. While most games that propose to incorporate many styles fail, resulting in an end product that feels unrealized and watered down, Brutal Legend succeeds, creating a fluid and varied experience. At any moment, the player can go from strategically planning battle tactics to the front lines, slaying demons with your trusted battle axe and axe guitar. Along with the varied playstyles, the player gets a sense of progression through Eddie's personal development. As Eddie continues to slay demons and rock on, he is rewarded by the gods, unlocking new movesets, combos, and most importantly, improvements for his sweet ride, Deuce. Gameplay is also altered by Eddie's use of solos, which act almost like spells, allowing Eddie to summon his car, buff his allies, or even melt the faces off his enemies. Brutal Legend truly boasts gameplay that is unique. The mixes of genres is most certainly weird, but is also fun and entertaining, and will keep you coming back for more. One of the biggest surprises to Brutal Legend was the multiplayer. When originally buying this title, I didn't even know that the multiplayer existed. When I first attempted to play a match early in the day, about 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, I was unable to find one. However, later on in the day, around 4 p.m., I was actually able to get in a match quite easily, and it was enjoyable. While multiplayer was certainly a nice surprise and a great use of the RTS functions present in the game, I do not believe it will instill the same longevity that one comes to expect from other multiplayer titles. Nevertheless, the multiplayer still proved to be a hidden gem buried in this game and will certainly make for a good time with you and your friends. A combination of humor, an immersive landscape, genre-transcending gameplay, and a band of lovable characters culminate to make this game an experience worthwhile to any gamer, regardless of musical preference. And as Jack Black states,
"Because what I hold in my hand is not just gonna blow your mind, it's gonna blow your soul."
Brutal Legend can be found at GameStop for $12.99 on Xbox and $9.99 on PlayStation 3. Hope you enjoyed, and make sure to like and subscribe for more.